Good day guys, Bing here. Today we are going to model this. It's quite an interesting one. It's actually not that hard. So we're not going to model the structures, but more those this shape. Okay, so first the pattern. So the pattern is very simple, right? So you can use a rhomboid or just a rectangular shape, so with a 45-degree angle. So okay, so the difference is when you do a rectangle shape, this is a grid size, right? So if it's a rhomboid, you need to do this dimension, so half of the what's that called? So yeah, and with the angle 90 degrees. So this is like a rhomboid, right? You don't need to rotate, but if it's a rectangular, you need to rotate it by 45 degrees. Okay, so now then this shape itself, so it's quite simple actually. So you can see 1 point, so 2 point, 3 point, 4 point, 5 point, 6 point. Okay, and then just create a shape. So imagine you just connect that here and then go down here, right? So something like this. If you look from the side, it'll be something like this and something like this, right? So how do I draw it? Something like, oh, it's a little bit hard to draw, I think. Sorry, ignore this. It's terrible. Anyway, so it's quite simple. Okay, so let's start. So this is I just had a test. So slightly different method. I'll talk about these later. So today's task is just to create this. Okay, so first, we need to create start with this pattern-based family template. So we're going to use rectangle, okay, rectangle, and not sure which one needs to be the top. Doesn't really matter because we can rotate it anyway. So let's just use this point 1 maybe. So first we need to offset. So you can see, so see this point, this point, this point, and this point will be the base, right? So we need to there's a depth. We need to offset. So to have this one, so these 3 points. So here you're going to use point, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick the horizontal work plan on this point, place 1. Set again, pick work plan again, place another point, set work plan again, pick and place another point. So now select one, control select. So 1, 2, 3, 3 points. We can offset, for example, 500. And now I think it's a good time to change the scale of this one. So by default, it's always like 10 feet. Is that 10 feet? 3 meter. So we're going to change this slightly to maybe 1.5 meter. So relative to the size, so this 500 looks better. Maybe let's increase this a little bit, maybe 700. And you can also create a parameter, so you can control it once you load this one into a conceptual mass or into a project. So let's just use type parameter because all these depths are the same. So unless you want to have different depths, you can use make it instance parameter. So now we have these 3 points, and then we just need to. So imagine this will be the top, and then we connect that shape down here, and go up here, and then finish here. Okay, so now let's connect these 2 points, make it reference line, and also connect these 2 points and make it reference line. And also maybe I'll change the scale a little bit to maybe 1 to 10, so the lines are not too thick. Okay, so now we have, and we don't have a line here, so we can't create a shape, just use a point, right? So we need to have a little line there. So let's just place a point you draw on face, and then just place 2 points. Select this one. I'll just flip this. Select this one. Yeah, that's good. So we can just create a line between them, and then we can just reduce the line by just select these 2 points and then change the measurement type to segment length and just type a very small number, so for number 10. Now we have a very short, maybe change the scale a little bit more. So we have a very short line here. So and then we can do the same thing here. So we don't have reference lines here. We can create a reference line, but I don't think it's necessary because we can just place point, use draw on work plan, tab, and play. Oh, sorry, Control Z. Let's just make it. Let's do it slowly. Okay, pick the work plan first, place a point, and then do another one. Oh, hang on. Let's just offset this point. So it looks like, okay, so it need to be a -1. That's fine. -10, and place another point. Draw on work plan. So and then get tab, select the point, place it. Okay, select it. So again, just -10. So we have 2 points here, and then we can connect them, use a spline through points, make it reference line. So now we have another reference line here. Okay, so alternatively, you can also connect the point here and here, create a reference line, and then place a point, use draw on face onto this, and use a segment length. It will be similar, but yeah, the result will be the same. Okay, so now we have this line, this line, this line, this line. So can we create a shape through all these? Nah, I don't think so, because Revit just doesn't understand what we want to achieve. So you can see if I select all these four reference line and try to create a shape, Revit will tell us unable to create form element. So this is because, yeah, so it's just really don't understand what shape we want to achieve. So even with 3, can't. So what we want to do here is we try to make it easier for Revit to understand. So you can see if I rotate this, we try to move this line just temporarily or change the shape so the line is more like sitting here, and then this one is more like sitting here. So when we try to use this full profile to create the shape, Revit understands what we want to achieve. Okay, so now let's do that. So place a point, use draw on face. We're going to place on a midpoint and another midpoint. Again, use draw on work plan. We're going to place a point onto a vertical, maybe vertical work plan, and place onto the, oh, sorry. So there's no warning, so which means I did something wrong. Okay, let's do it again. Draw on work plan, set work plan. So tab, pick place onto the vertical work plan. So you might be able to use a horizontal, so it will be the same, just different rotation angle. So now you can see if you do it, properly, so you will see this warning. So it means that you place the point onto the point. So now select this point, we can offset it. So for example, 200. And then because we want it to be, roughly here, so we can just rotate this point by roughly 45 degrees. Okay. And then we can connect 1, 2, 3 and create a spline through point and use reference line. Now we have this line, so relatively, sitting between more, close to here, right? And let's do the same. Point, draw work plan, set work plan, tab. This time, maybe let's use a horizontal work plan for this one. Place it, select it. So give it 200 offset. Let's try 45 degree on negative. Yeah, okay. So 1, 2, 3, spline through points, reference line. So now let's try. So select this one. Just be careful. So just make sure you only tab, select this reference line, not this one as well. And then also control select this one, and control select this one. So and now we create a form, and you will see. Now we have this. Okay. And also once we create this shape, we can also try to reduce this one. So unfortunately, we can't change this one to 0. Looks like it will break this again, right? So, but we can make it very small, like even 0.1, sorry, 0.1. So see, it's almost a straight line. It works, but we can't do zeros. Okay, so let's actually change it to 200 for now. So now this shape is almost there, right? So you can see it's quite close to this, but the only difference is, so when you look at this image, so it's almost elevation views, right? So you can see there's a curved, so it's not straight, but in here we have, if I go to the top views, it's almost, you know, like almost a square shape. So what we're trying to we can do here is you can cut a little bit here, cut a little bit here, cut a little bit here, cut a little bit here. I think it's probably easier than trying to you know, add another profile somewhere here, because it can involve a lot of work, like offset, and you know, and the end result might not be the, you know, what we want. It might not be good. So let's do the void method for this one. Okay, so I'll just HH this one, just temporarily hide it, and then let's go to the top. Actually rotate a little bit. So for the void shape, so we want to create some curve, and this time we're going to use you can place a point, do the same thing as like place a point and offset from that point. So we can place a point here, offset, but this time we try slightly different option. Okay, so this time we place a point on here, midpoint, 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 and midpoint, and then we're going to connect these points, and then we'll have a place point use draw on face. So we're going to place 2 points here, 2 points here, and then let's have a look. So just flip one of them, so which means one will be measured from here, one will measure from this end. It's the same. So now we can select all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So we're going to use normalized curve parameter, and then we just type in a number. It will be a number between 0 and 1. 0 means 0%, 1 means 100%. If we type like 0.1, it will be 10%, which means this is where 10% of this line sit. So now we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 points, right? And then and if you want to, you can also, you know, add a parameter for this one. So for example, I'll just add a parameter called n, so which means we can adjust that curve, the shape of this curve later on. So now we can connect all these points with all the, you know, adaptive points with these points to create the curve we need for the void. Okay, and okay, so now for the void, and also you have options. You can either just create a little void here, little void here, little void here, or little void here, or you can just do it all. I'll show you how I will do it. So I will just do 2. Okay, because we can't, like, it's not a generic model, we can do a void, you know, with an opening. We can't do that. So we can only do, if we want to create, see, we create a void, we have to create 2 of them. And also we are going to, I'll just place a point. I'm not sure about this point. What's this point? Okay, yeah, it's rotated. That's fine. I'll just leave it. I'll place another point on this reference line, and then I'll just turn on the reference plans, and then uncheck the show normal reference plan, so make it easier. I'm going to use a horizontal work plan on this point, okay, to place some reference lines for my void. So reference line, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick the horizontal work plan on this point, and then I'll use 3D snapping. So which means it will create a reference line with a point, okay. And then so now I'll just I don't want to add overlapped points, so I'll just connect these two with spline through points, and then connect this with spline through point, connect this point with this one. Okay, so now we can create a void. So see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we can create a void with all these reference lines. I'll just click to finish this one, and then just typing offset on the other direction. So make sure let's just type HR to bring back the solid. So now you can see it automatically, the void automatically cut the void, right? Okay, so the next one is another void. So it's this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we can create another void. And again, so just I'll just type 2 meter for this, and Control C, Control V, and then you can see it automatically cut this bit as well. So I think that should be it. Okay, so now you can see this is when we look, from the top. Yeah, it's match this shape, and right. And also still you can adjust so for example, you can adjust the angle. So 45, -30, it changes slightly, but yeah, so you can have a play with this. And also this one as well, 45 degrees. So how about 90 degree? Oh, maybe not. How about 0 degree? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so you can also adjust the offset. So for example, these two, so we can select them. We can create a parameter if we want. Maybe I'll just create a parameter. Let's call it offset, and the top is fine. And then we can adjust this one. So 200, for example. How about 100? So it make more flat, right? So 200, 300. Yeah, I think 300 is okay. But yeah, anyway, so maybe 200. 200. Okay, so now let's load this one into a conceptual mass, or you can just load it into a model in place mass. So it'll be the same. Let's create a new conceptual mass. So use this one template. For this one, this time I'll just create a surface on the vertical plane. So I'll just draw a reference line. Use draw on work plan. So it's already on this reference plan. So we can just draw something. So maybe uncheck the 3D snapping because we don't need those points. Now create a form. So I'll just switch to a surface, divided surface, and I'll change this one to fixed distance with 1500. Fixed distance 1500. Okay, and also we might need to rotate it by 45 degrees, but I'll just load this one first and then go to this pattern. So let's select this one, and okay, so now this is the shape. So looks like we need to rotate it by, I guess, 45 degrees, maybe not. No, 90 degree plus 45, 135 degree. Yeah, see, so this is it. Okay, and let's try see if it works. So if I change this one to like 1800 and this one to 1800, apply, it should work as well, right? And then if let's have a test. Let's try the different parameters. So for example, the depth. 700. If I want to reduce that, so type 500. Does it work? Yeah, so it works. 300 still works. Oh no. Yeah, looks like we can't. Oh, yeah, not for 45 meter. So it looks like it breaks at some point, but you can always try all these try different. It looks like we can't go too flat because we already increased. We have already increased. Oh hell, what's going on? Increase the size. We might need to keep the depth relatively, deep in order to sorry, my Revit, what's going on? Yeah, struggled a little bit. Try to create those shapes. Maybe it's at the breaking point, so that's why doesn't work. Oh, it's there. Yeah, it looks like probably not. So let's just increase this a little bit. Yeah, so it works, right? So we can't go too crazy. Yeah, still works. So offset will be so it will change the shape of this a little bit. So I think so you can see that currently it's not too flat and not too curved. Oh hell. Yeah. Okay. So it also looks like we have, when we try to select this one, it looks like, you see, it will select that one. So this is because we have all these reference lines here. So what we can do is select one of the reference line, type IC, isolate category. So we can change all these to not reference. So this will make sure we don't accidentally select other. So when we try to select this one, it accidentally pick that one. So overwrite. Okay, so now this time, so let's see. So I can, yeah, no problem. Okay, so now let's try that offset. Go edit. So if I type 300, it will change the shape. So and also because it's a type parameter, it will change every single one. So if you want to create some interesting pattern, so you can make this one instance parameter, and then you probably you can give it different number, so to make a little bit like a variation, so it's probably more realistic. Oh, interesting. Anyway, so let's Control Z because I'm quite happy with this result. Okay, so so this is it, and I will upload this one for you so you can have a play. And so next time, because previously I show you two different options. So next time I'm going to show you the one the option without void, because it is better to have this family without void, because this one is it might break quite easily, right? So just like when I try to change the size, it can break with void. And also any family with void will use more resources, slow down your computer. So so this is it, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.